Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Fireside Tribe by Triple A.
No, I just
I
read
am.
something. No, it's because I just
Oh,
read something. I
okay.
don't want to keep us off track. But
Okay,
did
keep
you
us
guys
on
ever
track.
hear
Let's
about
see.
the
We
issue
love
like
to keep
like
off
like
track.
we've talked about it a little bit here, right? About Renew living Akumba music, and there was some kind of beef. This beef was serious. It was so serious that Achu Nomad went on an interview. I don't know what it was, and said, I don't know. He was probably responding to a comment, but I'm reading a comment right now, and he says, I am disappointed with the statement you made about Elisha K. Elisha K has been with Akumba Music for 1 year and he's already an international artist. Ringnew was not and will never be the caliber of artist Elisha K is.
Okay, that's that's
Okay,
that's
so
what they're
what do
saying
we
already
think?
about
What do
each
we think
other.
of that statement? I feel like
They're already throwing stones
we
at
should.
each other.
I feel like we should talk about that. I
That's
feel
today's
like that's
episode. I'm
juicy
sorry.
because we. What?
No, I'm
What?
kidding. I'm kidding.
Let's talk
Yeah,
about it
but to be
because
quite frank with you guys,
it's
we've
fresh,
already made
right?
today's
And that's
episode.
something that we've talked about. That's something that we've talked about before, about people plateauing and people making it and people bringing new things to the table. So, what do you guys think about that
But is
statement?
that not the nature of humans? Like in every relationship or in every business relationship, everything that you guys are doing is about how humans work together. There's going to be conflicts. There's going to be good relationships. I don't know how they define professionalism out there when they work with each other. I don't know how professional that is to come and make that statement about people that you have produced because that guy has produced both of them, right? He's
He's the one who's responsible for Ringnew's most famous songs. So I feel like he's just salty. If Ringwu is not an international artist, I mean,
You're to
he
blame.
also is responsible for
he's
a couple
partly
of Elisha K's
responsible.
hits. He's also is responsible for a
So
couple of Elijah K
is
hits.
he attacking her stardom, or is he attacking,
Her
I don't know, like
competence.
her personally, like her competence to be able to perform? I don't know, because like what is he really attacking? Because
He's
if
attacking
an
the fact that
artist,
he doesn't have that artist anymore under his label.
Yeah.
because she was a good artist, she's a good artist to me.
Exactly.
I feel like she's a good artist that if under the right management, under the right guidance, yes, she can definitely cross over because she has a few gems, right? That I've seen that can cross over to the next side. Like African magic, Black Girl Magic, sorry, Black Girl Magic. That one is like an international song that I believe that can go like global, like especially with like the black community. If they get their hands on it, they'll be able to really, really love it. So I feel like she just needed the right guidance. Maybe it was time for her to leave, and this guy is just bitter about it. Black Girl
And
Magic.
and clearly they didn't live on good terms.
Yeah.
But I
Clearly
want us,
not.
after we listen to this, I wanted you guys to think very, really hard. If you guys had to select between one of these artists, we've listened to both of their music so far. Who would it be? Not don't answer now. Let's listen to Black Girl Magic. Uh,
Yeah, okay.
Cause
Okay.
My juice
okay,
is
so this is your
real.
song. If you
I
had
know
to,
that
I dey
the
drip like
lyrics from the beginning, the lyrics from the beginning, Atem really hated it. But I liked it.
also
I liked it from the part where she said, my head is up." Like I like it from that part because it shows like it's depicting that. But that first part, I was just like, why?
okay, so
But
then this cannot be the song you
this
choose to represent her when
no
we're going for battle,
this I
because
think no, because of the whole black girl magic thing, right? People just bite on
exactly.
it. That's what I feel. Because of the whole black girl magic, it's not because I'm thinking that, oh, the lyrics are so deep. I'm just saying that can be a song that it could have made a lot of exposure, especially maybe like 2 years. There was a year and a half ago, there was a black girl magic movement. At that
But
time, they could
Eunice,
have promoted it
Eunice,
so well.
this girl is actually right now in this debate. She's fighting for like her life. You choose this song when she has controller. You choose that song for her. She's here. She's fighting for her life. No. Atem, please don't do this.
No.
I mean ATM. Look for the real Elisha K. Don't disgrace us
Oh,
and go and play a
sorry.
different
Yeah,
Elisha
yeah, yeah.
Kita.
I thought I wasn't sharing. So I thought I would play this in the background and then find
Okay.
the real Elisha Kid
Choose you.
because I don't know the title of the song.
Choose you. Is it the original or is it the one with the remix? The one with Rick Hassini.
Atem, it's Elisha E.
Man, this guy's have not. This thing is live, man.
It's like, don't call me out on live. Just send me a text.
I'll not even type it all. I choose you.
I
No,
choose you. Which one do you? That's what I'm asking. Like, which
no,
one do
no,
you want
not
him to
with not
play?
all the
Don't do a
rhythms.
feature with the person that they're fighting for their lives for.
Oh yeah, this is what I was looking for. That question was so wrong. That
Okay,
Because you
let,
have really
let
question
me
killed.
was
see.
so
Let's
wrong.
play controller now. Okay, let's change that. Let's play controller. We cannot just play one song because you said I messed up the song that I chose.
Okay, so
Okay, which one?
okay.
Okay. So are we playing one more song from Elisha K or no?
No, no,
Or
I
we're
mean you
just
don't even
moving
need to
on.
play
We're
two.
moving on because one of his songs is equal to two verse.
I don't even need to play three. Like I have a whole. I mean, I have just 3 points to make
Okay,
for my.
okay.
But I'll let
Make
you
your
guys
points.
go.
No, make your points before you forget because you always say you forgot.
Look, my points are straight up. They're just two things. There's the vocals and there's the lyrics. And Elijah K is on point on both things. Like his vocals, the vocal tone. He's not singing from the throat like that girl. She sings like, that's where she sings from. Like
God
Elijah K is
damn.
singing from. It's coming from the apps. When Elijah K sings, you know that it's coming from here. It's not coming from
Jesus
here,
Christ.
right? First thing. Next thing is Elijah K has lyrics. Like he takes his time to put words together, and you hear it. You know that there's some poetry in what he's singing, and she's just speaking basic English. I really have a problem with her. It's like she's wasting those bars in the song. She's wasting her nice vocals. She's putting the vocals well, but still it's coming from here. But then the next thing that I really don't like about her singing is the lyrics is too weak,
Weak.
weak, but too weak.
Primary school
Yes,
kind of
yes.
lyrics. Yes.
That's a level of lyrics for like 80% of the Cameroonian singers. Like too weak. It's like in Nigeria, there is no way that you even make a song if your lyrics is not on par. Like there is no song. I've not heard a song from Nigeria where their lyrics is not good. The vocals might be terrible, but the lyrics is like they know how to write it. Like they pay attention to writing. In Cameroon, we don't know writing yet. We don't know how to write songs yet in Cameroon. There are very few
In
people, and the few people that know how to write songs, they're like there. That's
or
my point.
maybe they should start employing outside sources
I
to
mean,
write
people.
their music for them. That's not that. I don't think that that's a weakness if you employ
It
other
is.
people. That it's not a. Huh?
Oh, it
What do
is.
you
It
mean?
is a big weakness to
No,
not
it
write a song
cannot
To
be
well.
a
do what? Everybody
weakness.
buys songs. You
No,
think Beyonce
everybody
writes all her
does it.
songs or Rihanna writes all her
No,
songs?
no.
No,
Okay, okay.
people
Wait.
don't.
How did you mean it? Do you mean a weakness in terms of buying?
No, I'm saying
Getting
getting
songwriters.
somebody else from outside to
Oh,
No,
write
not
okay.
your
even
That
music.
outside.
I
There's
said if
songwriters in
listen.
Cameroon. There's
the
songwriters in
songwriters. No,
Cameroon.
no, no, no. It is not a weakness at
Okay,
all.
that's what I'm
Actually,
saying. That right? Okay, if
yeah.
you have superior people and you're trying to meet that superior songwriting, that is like equate with Nigerians and everything. Why don't you hire the Nigerians right away, or hire somebody from here and then hire a Nigerian and then see who compare what gives?
Or
I'm
That's
hire
what
a
I
totally,
think.
I'm
Nigerian
totally
to write the
against. I'm
song.
against. And I want to hear your opinion as well as to why one of them is better than the other units. But I'm against going out to Nigeria to hire Nigerian to write because Nigerians don't have a Cameroonian context on writing. So then if you go hire Nigerians to come write for Cameroonian songs and come write for Cameroonian artists, we're losing our context.
Then we're
There's
gonna
good
start
enough writers. You have
Nigeria.
to identify the really good writers in Cameroon and pay them, while the newer writers are getting better, right?
But you
Why
don't
the newer
think that
writers
there
are
are
getting better?
Nigerians that understand Cameroon context?
No,
No,
no, no.
they understand
You
music
They will
don't.
not.
context. They'll
That would be
give you
rare
good.
to find. People that
They'll give
have
you good
lived in
music.
Cameroon and that have lived in Nigeria that understand the
No,
context.
I don't think
JJ.
like look how specific you're going already. The person has to have lived in Cameroon, that lived in Nigeria,
Yeah,
they understand the
you're
context.
starting
How
to
many
go
people are you
there.
going to find?
Like,
The only one that we found,
but,
they
but,
locked her
but,
up. Oh. They locked her up. She was in jail, and then they had to release her. And then that's the only one that we found. That she grew up in
that's the
Cameroon,
only
and then
one
she's
found.
Nigeria.
But guess what? But guess what? The writing is not the blood. It's a context.
It's
The
a
lyrics that we're
context.
talking about is not just it's a context.
Okay.
Look at Ishaku lives in Nigeria. Listen to his lyrics.
That's a writer, right?
Yeah,
And
that's a
and and
writer.
Cameroonians need to get in the habit of writing tables.
Outsourcing what they are not good at. Yeah, just simple.
once
Just
once
the same
once
way
the idea for the song is
producers will do.
there and the lyrics is not
Yes,
100%, sit around the table with four people and go line by
yes.
line. line by line until we get it there.
line by
Get one
line.
line, like Atem was talking about,
Each
like that line. If that line sounds like your grandmother can write it, then go back into context, and it just goes from conversation and rewriting those lines until it's point. Then
do you know that even when it comes to recording, even words, man, I've been in recording sessions where they made someone almost cry because of a word, a single word. Listen to Alicia Keys; she'll tell you about how often she went in the studio only on one song where they are recording, and we hear American songs and they sound so crisp. Even Americans that speak good English, they suffer in the studio to pronounce words when they're recording. I feel like we don't even make the effort in Cameroon. I feel like we don't even make the effort.
very few people. But in this same context, I would like Cameroonian artists that can identify, like you just mentioned, Ishaku, right? I would want, and this is Ishaku is actually somebody that I know, but I would want him to start selling, to start shopping, to start imagining himself in imagining the different voices and writing for those voices and selling and taking those songs to them. Not necessarily selling them; it could be a collaboration until his name is gold. But if you can imagine Renice's voice or Ringlu's voice, why can't you write a song for her? And then speaking to her team and be like, hey, this song, I wrote it for her. If she doesn't want it, then we're going to shop it and sell it to somebody else. But more of that, that's how we improve the game in Cameroon. And then those companies, Akumba Music and all, they have to start identifying these people.
We talked about this other kid last time whose song we really love and he didn't complete it. I'm forgetting his name right now.
Oken.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
That's also another very good one. Good writer. And
That's a good writer.
we
He's
also realize
behind
that, well, one of the reasons why, yeah.
Ishaku, not
One of the
Ishaku,
reasons why
Elisha
he pulled
K.
back. Oh, you see?
He's behind a
One
bunch
of the
of
reasons why he pulled
Elisha
back
K
is
and
because
Ringwe songs
he
too.
pulled back to write for others, right? And we need more of that.
So,
Bad man say, no?
I don't know if
Easy
you
there, so.
Argentina, attempt play Argentina, Ishaku Argentina.
This one I'm playing is one of my best songs. I don't know how they got to the big years to go for him to have this quality of beats. It's funny, I never watched the video actually. It's the first time I'm watching it. So these are people that write music like they know that words are expensive.
He's a great writer.
Like I'm not gonna fill the whole place with words and everything's like just enough words to make it fit into the song and to make it sound nice. But yeah, but he's not a top Cameroon artist right now, but he's one of those kids that I have an eye on because I like the way he writes. Still a lot of work to do, but good one. I love what
He just released an EP right now, When I Was a Lover. Very good body of work. The songs you could tell from like that scene, Argentina, that album, that EP that he released, and then you see the transition to where he is right now, and you could see that he's growing and he's on a good trajectory. I just hope that he keeps producing more music and releasing more and more and more, because every time that he does something new, he's way better than he was the last time.
okay. So, are we back
Yeah.
to Renew?
Yes, back to
Yes, we're
Renew.
back to
You
Renew.
guys
So
didn't make
one
your
has to
pick
go.
yet.
Okay, so one has to go, right? To be fair and to be fair and to be fair to her, right? Her songs sound very pigeon, for lack of a better word, pigeon. Like it sounds like she would sing like one of her songs is like Jaga Jaga Love. Like how are you when if that's the title of the song, how else are you supposed to elevate that? Like to me, I just feel like her songs have always been that way. Like if you look at all her songs, like it's always been that. So maybe that was also intentional. So that's what I'm trying to say, that maybe to be fair to her, the lyrics were meant to be simple for her, like giving the titles of the songs, giving the what she's singing about, because she's singing about love, falling for somebody. It doesn't have to be too complicated. I think that it was just meant to be simple for the like this the local people to be able to understand it. If you are if you're in the market, you're able to understand it. And I feel like that's what they were going for at the time, and they didn't do her justice by giving her better lyrics. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. One has to go. For sure, she's gone.
Hey, see. I think you've hit the nail on the head right there. Her image and the thing that she was doing, and every time that I listen to her song, it takes me to this place where you're childishly in love. You're innocent. You don't know anything. You don't know any better. You like that guy. you want is that girl that you're hanging around in class, is the girl that you're walking home with. That's where she takes you. And like you said, maybe that's why the lyrics is simple, and that's why it wasn't meant to be complicated, right? Like it was meant to be take you to that place where there was that one person around you that you just liked, and it was just it was somebody that you liked. It's and you couldn't even explain it, but you really wanted
Primary
that person's
school kind
attention.
of love. You don't
Yes,
know how to
that.
explain it anymore. You
Yeah.
just Ma
Infant
chérie
primary
Coco,
school.
like that's one of our songs. Ma chérie Coco, like she'll just like she's like, why you they deny me? Like she'll just sing those type of songs like that. Like it's meant
Right?
to be simple. I don't think that it was really meant to. Like I've never really had a problem with her lyrics except for that Black Girl Magic, that first part of it that was like that's so weak, but to me it was meant to be a powerful song. It had a powerful video. It has a powerful meaning behind it. That's why I made the mistake to bring it to you guys. But
You
it
know,
just reminded me of an era where the whole Black Girl Magic thing was popping. And I felt like if they had sold it at that time, regardless of the lyrics, regardless of all of that, it would have been big. It would have been a big song. Because Black Girl Magic was all over TikTok. All over.
yes.
That's how I grew my following on TikTok. Black Girl Magic. Doing all of that. Follow Black Girl person. That's how I grew my
Um,
following. Like my following has not
But
changed
but don't you see
since.
that? Don't you see that it's a little bit difficult for you to be able to sell that towards that campaign? How would you have inserted it in that campaign to make the song grow bigger? For example, you're already listening to the song and you're detecting faults in the start. It means that anybody else that listen to the start or listen to the song would not even stick around to the full song.
will not
So it
go
would have been
past
hard
that
to
part.
sell it
Yeah.
in that context anywhere to
No,
insert
because
it in
like
that movement.
with Tyce's song, right? Tyce's song, imi. When I listened to it, I had no idea it was even an African person. I thought it was a Muslim, like a Arab or something. That's what I thought. It was all over the place. You pick and choose the part that you want to people to hear, which is from my head is up. You know what I mean? That part that is powerful, and then that's where you sell it from. TikTok is not meant to be for you to listen to the whole thing. It's supposed to be 59 seconds of that song. And then not even that, just maybe the highlights of it, and then they'll be like, "Oh, what song is that?" And then they'll want to go listen to it again. So that's what I think.
Have you
That's how I think that they would have sold that. I
have you
still
ever
revert
felt
back to TikTok because TikTok to me is like huge. You guys
have you
are
ever
just
felt
missing out on that part of life, in my
yes,
opinion.
that quality of life, yeah.
That quality of life is insane.
Talking about TikTok, there is this video that came out with Franglish, this French rapper, or is
Yeah,
Franglish.
Franglish, yeah.
He
Yeah,
was talking
Franglish,
about
yeah.
TikTok fans coming to a concert, and is that thing that you just said right now, right, where they know only a little part, and he was like, those are the most zombie like fans because they don't know your catalog. They know you
Yes.
because of one part of one song.
One little
They know you because of
yeah.
15 seconds of one song. And you've been working your whole life. You have a whole catalog. You have your diehard fans. And then those fans, they buy your tickets and they come to your shows. And then
And
because
they're
they're
so
buying your ticket
disappointed.
and tickets to shows
Yeah.
are limited, they're also preventing real fans from getting tickets to your show, right? Because they're there, and if they're there, some people couldn't make it there because they got the tickets, and they're just there waiting for that 15 seconds that they know about of that one song. So the whole show they're just standing and they're there. They might be vibing, but they're really not engaged as the person that knows your whole catalog until that 15-second comes and they're live and they're recording and they're everything. So he was kind of
Which is
like
the
it's a
last song
catch
that comes at
22,
the end of the yeah, which is the
right? It's a
last song
catch
that comes at the
22.
end of your concert.
They can lead you to be
But
famous.
what I've also seen with TikTok fans is that like when they like one thing of yours, right? People like even when you make a comment, you go make a stupid comment or a comment that they like. I do the same thing too. I just go straight to your profile and look at what you're all about. So I don't believe in them not knowing, like if they're following that person, because usually when people follow you from TikTok, like that die hard, they will be with you. They know everything that you're dropping. You're doing this that they know. So I don't believe it. I don't too buy in it. Maybe that's his reality. So I don't really maybe it's on from different things. I don't know on the music part of it, right? But I've seen it where it works for people in so many different ways because people would just be like, you know what, this thing you said made sense. you gotta follow. They'll go look at everything else that you say and comment there. Are you coming from this video? Are you coming from the? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just
Yeah,
have a
but
different experience from what he's
Like
experienced.
I said, I feel like
yeah,
it's still a catch-22 because people be on TikTok. You follow artists on TikTok all the time. How many artists of those have you gonna listen to their albums because of
to their
TikTok?
albums.
No, not me. Like I don't follow artists like that. Like I follow to be quite honest with you, like one of the artists, like I'll go listen to her song that she has and then listen to the other ones that she has posted on her profile. I don't go look for her album.
And
So
and
then
and, and will you turn up for a
you're stuck
concert
within those 15
if she
second
was to
parts
run your
that they're
city?
promoting because they know that those
Not
15
the
second
15
parts are the
sec.
catchiest part
Yeah.
that would attract them and get them popularity. But the popularity is without substance, I would say, because people are not doubling back on that. Oh, this is for 15 minutes. Let me go and find out the whole song. Oh, now that I've discovered the
No,
whole
people
song,
go
let
and
me go
find
and
out the
find
whole
out
song because
the whole
I have.
album that they've released.
People find out the whole song. Just say that maybe they're stuck to one song, but not 15-second part. Because like it is unfair to say that people will just listen to 15 seconds and they'll just be
Well,
satisfied with it. That's not
you
that's
Well,
not
well,
you
it.
you
I
heard
was
what
stretching
They're,
to
the
that
they're
man said.
song.
stuck to that one song, but then maybe they're not going to explore the whole album. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
agree with that. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's the point as well, right? Like they know that one song, and maybe even they go to the rest of the catalog and they have nothing else but that song, like Kolela Petit, and his one song, and then that's it. They still turn up for the concert and they're like, no, F it, I'm just gonna be there and wait for my Kolela Petit song, and then after that I'm out. But the worst part of it again is still like, yeah, we picked that one part of the song where it really sells to women, right? That's nice. Women feel proud to listen to that part, and it's nice. But I think a lot of women that like into music as well, when they go back and extract the whole song and listen to it, they kind of feel a little disappointed that the rest of the song didn't really meet up to the standard of today's music, for example, right?
So let's
And
ask Renew to redo it. Well, she cannot redo it because she has left Akumba music.
I mean, she has left
She
Akuma
can.
music for something better, right? That's what we do. We move on. We move on
Well,
to
that's
better
what we're
things.
hoping for.
I mean, if that's
The
not what
way
it is,
the
I'm sorry
way
for her, but that's what we
the way
do.
her manager is talking about her now, definitely something. There's definitely something that happened that both parties are not happening. They didn't part ways in an amicable way. They part ways probably forcibly. Probably felt like she had to leave and she left. They part ways like I would say 70% of artists leave their labels in Cameroon. It's not amicable. They don't go to a new place and they start smiling back at each other. Because how is it that I would like if I really loved you and I really made music with you, how is it that I'm gonna say that something like that? I might feel like it's true because there's some clear distance that those two artists cannot be the same. But just the fact that you were one of my proteges at one point, I'm not gonna say something that harsh to be like you were never gonna be, you are
It's
not, and you're never gonna be the caliber of artist as this one. It's just like I'm
That's what the
I'm killing
words
your
to
career,
say.
and
I
the only
believe
reason
that
I'm gonna
he
do
let
that is because I'm not making money off of you anymore.
he let his emotions get the best of him and got very unprofessional with the whole comment that he made. It was so unprofessional, so childish, so
Yeah.
unwarranted because after
Right?
making that comment, what has he gained from making that comment? What now? You know,
He has gained a
you've
negative
diminished her in
reputation.
the eyes of a few people. Oh yeah, you felt good about yourself, and then what? You know, you
Right.
still not one. You still don't have her as an artist. So it doesn't
And
make sense that he made that statement. He should have grown, like grow up, pretty much. That's what I would
he should
say.
have been neutral because at this point, this is an artist that you've already produced. What does he say to me, who's an upcoming artist, if I want to work with you? It means that
Thank you.
at someday you're gonna be mad at something. We're gonna have we're gonna a bridge is gonna burn in between us, and you're gonna say that
That's how you're
about
gonna
me.
talk about me. Yeah.
But it's not even about like you being an artist. It's looking at the bigger picture. What if you have something that you want to collab with him and you hear that, like you want to collab with him and you hear him saying that kind of nasty stuff, you'll be like, no, I cannot work with somebody like that because you get bitter when the relationship does not go how you want it to go.
Right.
So no, that was very unprofessional and he should do better. You don't have to express everything that you feel. Keep it to yourself and remain neutral, like Anyang said. So
It seems
Yeah.
like this Twitch live is not going through anymore, Atem.
Well, it's possible, but we can check it. I mean, I see it's still going through with the one viewer, with the one bot.
I don't think he's even viewing.
Okay, but it's like, okay, yeah, we're offline.
I
You're
think
right.
Why is it offline?
we've been
I have no
offline.
idea. I thought,
So
but it says here
maybe
But why
that's
is it
what
that I
we
could
need.
see it on my Twitch then? I could see. Oh, now we're offline, huh?
yeah, now it says offline, but we are two people in it, so it's you and I. It says.
No, I have somebody that's struggling to join, and that's why they've been texting me.
Oh, that's why
That's why I know they're getting a black screen.
somebody that was trying to watch
Yeah,
and
they're getting a black screen. No idea. Maybe it's because of all
so
the
just
sharing that we've been
restart
doing.
the Twitch live or something.
Yeah, but anyways, let's round up because I think we've made
So
our
we're not
points
talking
for
about our
today.
topic anymore. The topic that you were so ready about.
I mean, we can do that next time. I mean, the one
The
it's
thing
it's
is,
it's
Anyan's
it's for
expressions,
me.
right? Your expressions are just like killing me.
But Anya,
You're
are
just
you guys ready? We can go at it. We can go at it. I mean,
no, it's
I'm fine. I'm
okay.
good.
I
How
have
much
to
time do
work in
you
the
have?
morning.
Yeah, me, I'm gonna continue working from home, so I'm good.
Ooh, he's working from home today.
Fancy. I don't know what that looks like.
I
We have
know.
to be there in person to get
We
paid.
have to in person, 5 days a week for me.
No, actually, we get to negotiate if how many days we are willing to show up. It's crazy, right?
That's awesome though. That was like COVID. COVID caused that, which is a good thing. But I feel
Yeah.
like some people need that interaction, that social interaction with people.
I mean, I get it myself. That's why I just have to go. I just have to go to the office sometimes. You know, like you wanna be around people. I mean, we are social beings. It makes no sense to just be on your own by yourself. Yeah, but yeah, we're talking about about artists, Cameroon artists that are not in Cameroon. So after touching on all those Cameroon artists and what they are doing, maybe it makes sense to see some of those that are not in Cameroon to see actually how they are doing. Interesting, I had a call this week with a couple of kids out in Cameroon when I was showing them about the editing stuff, and I showed them a couple of these artists that we're going to talk about today, and they know nothing. As the only one they know is Tyke, is Taisi. Yeah, that was the only one that they know. It's Tyke or Taisi. I always say it wrong, but yeah,
Tyke.
that's the
Tyke.
only one that they know. Yeah, Tyke is the only one they know.
I hope
All the
so.
other artists on the list, they knew nothing about them. Nothing. They didn't even know Yame. Weird. They didn't even know Yame. Yeah.
Where were these kids
That's
from?
Boya.
Those
Those are those YouTube kids. Those YouTube kids. That are
spectacular.
about yeah, spectacular and
I mean,
the
we're
other
going
guy
to
that
cut
does
this
it.
part out, but let me ask you this, right? This is
Yeah.
one thing. Did they ever even show us a sample of what they've done?
I don't think we have to cut it out. This thing is clear. Cameroonians don't know how to work. They don't understand that work is not about work. Work is about the relationship you have with those you're working with. That's it. What you're able to do means nothing because what you're able to do, the next person can do, somebody else can do. You can always find somebody to do it. What makes you keep doing that thing for a long time is the relationship you have with those you're doing it. So then they don't understand like customer service, they don't understand.
No.
Cameroonians are too easily impressed. The Cameroonians are too into. They want you. They want to be mind fucked so easily.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I cursed. I'm not, Auntie. If you hear this one and you're in the car with your children, please.
We're gonna blop it.
So they're so easily impressed, and then the moment they feel like they know and they've succeeded at something, be it 1% of the scale of the things that they can do, they don't listen anymore. They're it. And I think you've mentioned this a bunch of times, and I've fought you with on this, Eunice. I fought you with this a bunch of times when you say Cameroonians think that I've made it, and I'm there. I'm defending them. I'm always defending them. I'm saying no. It's not that. It's the circumstances. It's the environment. It's the resources. No, it's the mentality.
The mentality is very clear. It's very clear in their behavior, in their interaction with people, in the way they carry themselves, in how even they've limited themselves. Because that mentality of I've made it, right? Yeah, you can make it and know that you know what, I can still make it further. I can still challenge myself more. Even if you're the top person in Cameroon, you can still be further. You can still go miles ahead of yourself. You're competing against yourself. You're not competing against any other person. You can go far. What is stopping you from being the best of the world? You know, why can that be an achievement? But Cameroonians don't see it that way. They're just like, when I don't sing one song, I'm vivid. Je m'appelle Vivid. When you go
You and this
anywhere, let
guy.
me
Why
go
you
back to
bring the
Vivid
boy
because I
up
have
again?
beef
Why you
with
no leave that boy
Vivid.
may sleep? Why the book up he?
That guy
Why
did
the book
try.
up
That
that
guy did try
boy?
for your own way.
Vivid. When you've done that because he blocked me on TikTok. So that's
Why?
why I have beef with him.
So
When he has done that, he believes now that he's on top of the world.
But that's the thing,
And
though. I don't think that we know how to understand what accolades are. When they start getting these little accolades, it's like they start having a fu mentality. Like, I got it. I'm really able to, like, That's why there's this line that I don't know what conversation I was having. This guy that made this song, who's gonna kill me? He was talking to a girl, and then his line was, "Tu ne sais pas qui je suis," because he had one hit, right? "Tu ne sais pas qui je suis." Tu ne sais, like, appelle-moi la fille là. Et toi, like they expect you from that one thing that I've done.
yeah,
And I think once you start looking for that accreditation, that reward that comes from that little thing that you've done, you stop working hard for the thing that will get
that's
you global. You stop working hard.
recognized
That hunger
even by
goes away
that
so
girl,
quick.
and even better, a girl that looks even better than that girl. And that's the self-limiting thought that we're
Mindset.
talking about.
Set.
Atem and I were talking about when it came to that video with where they were talking the street talk with
the
Asaba.
80, the 80, the 80, 20% rule, right?
80
Yeah.
20 the street is wasn't it street talk or something like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
or
yeah,
no?
yeah. It was 80,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
so
street,
that
yeah.
80-20 whatever rule with when Asaba made that statement and she said she went to a salon, she waited. That thing pissed me off so much because she has limited herself. I'm like, first of all, even me as an ordinary person, I'm not a celebrity. I cannot never go and wait in any salon, not here in America, not anywhere,
There is
for
something that they
eight
call booking
hours.
appointments.
And then you that you're a celebrity, you will not even respect yourself enough to call and book an appointment and schedule an appointment and say, "Hey, Petit, go stand up for line for me, I beg. I know she don't for day or something. Pay some pikimi, wait for a day for you." Something like she could have done something like that, and then she got offended. They didn't play her music. Oh, like imagine that small mentality. If they did not play your music, that thing pissed me off so much because I'm just looking at her like those are the people that were here looking at them like, oh, you guys are somebody, but she's not even looking at herself in that way. How can you go sit somewhere for 8 hours and then you're waiting that they should play your song even one time in those 8 hours? Really, that's the level.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, that was like a moment when I watched that thing. And it was sad. It was sad that she was not just doing that on some local TV, on international TV, and you have the opportunity. You have 5 seconds to put an opinion out there on
showcase
a
yourself.
debate, right? So you have so many angles going out there. You can project yourself like very smart. You can project yourself like forward thinking. You can project yourself like someone that has made it. It's a marketing trick. She could use it to make some perfect marketing about herself, and she just she just used that time
She
that way,
made it all about her ego. She made
Yeah.
it all about her ego, how her ego was bruised one day. That moment should never have happened. Like yes, you made a mistake, an error. Some of that kind of mistake the way you make, and then you don't want to talk about them again. That should have been one of those moments. Don't even come and air it out on TV. That was a mistake that should never be talked about. Should be a life lesson for her over and over. It should make her get up in the middle of the night and be like embarrassed, like, why did I do that? Every
I guess
day.
it brings us to one of those conversations that we've had here, right? What kind of team do these people have around them? Because if you have your team and then you go back and forth with them, that kind of conversation, you've got to have someone that's going to be able to coach you to be like, all right, we're doing something wrong, we have to be doing something differently. Oh, this is the moment, this is how we have to do it. And this conversation that we are having here was supposed to be happening within her team, so that they know how they can take advantage of such things to help her grow and to sell her better. Yeah, a lot of work to do in the Cameroon music industry, definitely. And those artists, we also
And
know that they don't have all the resources, so we will not blame them entirely.
which brings us back to our point. Did we ever get a sample video? We didn't get a sample video. Is it too late for us
No.
to ask for a sample video? Is it because then you're asking for payment, a certain amount of money? You've done this before. What is the like how do you determine the amount of money that you charge somebody, or is it just on a case by case basis, because you have to have some kind of a formula. This is what we do. This is our blueprint of how we charge people, right? Do they have that? They don't even have something like that.
Well,
And
Spectacular did
I
share
don't
some of
understand.
his YouTube channels, though.
I
But
think
it's nowhere along what we're doing, right? It's not
No, it
anything.
doesn't matter if it's
but
along.
they're in such a a great position, because when I see them, I see so much promise in that if they really show value in what they're able to bring, they become indispensable, and that's what you want to be as a contractor. That's where you want to be as an employee in any company. You want to be indispensable. You want your employer to look at you and be like, I cannot afford to lose this person. Then you're in a place to make a conversation where you could leverage your skill for the compensation that you're looking for, and you get to a better place. And I think every opportunity is that of this sort is always one for you to show your worth, for you to show not even that you're able to do the thing, but that you are able to learn and grow within the context of what is required from you. And I was hoping that this is what I will see with them, that they have this hunger to be able to understand that, man, okay, if I take this $100 from these guys, they can get another referral that give me 100 and another 100, and at the end of the month we can be racking up like $500 from different companies, and that just, you have to look at everything as a sum of littles, like, and I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just the mindset is not there,
Just
and
like
that's why we.
I was telling at him that, like, initially when I did my logo, that, like, when I revamped the logo, because the first one I did myself, right? I just came up with something. I went on Canva, created something. So I said, you know what? It's time for me to. I've changed the name, and so now it's time for me to kind of revamp the logo. These kids just happened to reach out to me. I don't know if how they read my mind, or maybe Instagram like told them my imagination.
The
So they
university,
kind
the
of reached out
university.
to me, graphic something. They keep changing their names, but it's graphic something. They reached out to me like designs and everything. So I was like, how much? They didn't charge me initially. They told me, let's do designs for you, and if you like it, you pay us. That's what they did. They didn't charge.
That's someone trying to learn.
And
That's how you
they
learn and
kept,
conquer.
like, see, if you know how many times, like, you've gone on Fiverr. Have you gone on Fiverr? Have you used Fiverr before? When you use Fiverr, they limit you to a certain number of um times that you can change
Yeah,
your
edits, or
Reviews.
like
edits,
what do you
how
call
many
it? Yeah.
edits, and how
Review.
many yes, they tell you, they limit you to those number of, like, times that you can change it, and this is going to be the number, this is this. But this, it was unlimited. I kept going back and forth, and even times I was quiet, they were like, ma'am, are you okay? Oh, this, and then they'll send me different ones that I didn't even ask for, and then I'll tell them, no, fix this, fix this, fix this, until they got it to the way that I wanted, and then I paid them. And do you know, I
That's
referred them to other people. I referred them
That's
to
exactly.
it.
other
That's
people,
it.
and I said, these people, and they were cheap, $25 for a logo.
How I use Fiverr now is that all my sketches and all my sketches that I don't have time to develop myself, because it takes me a longer time, because I'm not also a graphic designer. All my sketches that because some of my designs I do myself, some of my sketches I don't have time. So I'll go to Fiverr, I find somebody that can get just close, and then I'll get them out of Fiverr. I'll get them out of Fiverr, so that now I have them on like WhatsApp, so I can now start going back and forth. And then I like the ones that have PayPal, so that I can just pay them off PayPal. And those that I found to work with, and it's mostly either these Pakistanis, or
Pakistani.
like like some Indian person, but I think it's mostly Pakistani, and like I don't know if there's a lot of Indians. You get them at $5. At the $5 that you're paying on Fiverr, they're losing like $1. They only make like three. So when I get them out there, and if I can pay them 10 per design, you could see like they will never let you, when they sit, like you said, when they sit into, they don't get in. Hey, what's going on? What are you working on? How can we help? Like, look, what do you have for us? Like, what? And they don't. Because the moment you take your focus away from money, you don't stop getting money. The moment your focus in a relationship, in a work relationship, is not money, money never stops coming your way. When your focus in a relationship is the person in front of you, is the person opposite from you, you can never be broke. That's what Cameroonian labor force needs to understand.
Yeah.
It's not
Because
about the work.
Cameroonian labor force, right, is the same as that uncle, that cousin, that will take money from you, right? Like you tell them, hey, take this money and go do this project. They will gain 10,000 from it. They will gain maybe a little bit of money from it, which will come over time because you keep sending them on errands. This is a constant income that will keep coming. And because you've built this trust with them, other people will trust them and give them these same errands to do. But it represents those people that will take that whole 100,000, go eat it and then run away. That's what Cameroon
Exactly.
Labor Force represents. That's it in a nutshell.
That's Cameroon.
That's what it is.
That's
Or
Cameroon.
even if they have to do something, they have to make sure that inside that 100,000, they must have their 10, that 20 inside. Because if
Yes,
then they're not
we
doing
don't
anything.
think
Instead of
about the
saying
long
that,
game.
well, yeah, what if I did it so nicely now that this guy's going to get excited so that next time when he sends me and I tell him it's 130 for the 100, he's just going to happily pay because he has seen what I do for 100, you know?
And do
that's
you
the
know
mentality
that we keep talking about Nigerians and stuff. There's another group of people that are very, very smart, Kenyans.
Oh,
That
yeah.
those people are like geniuses.
Oh, yeah.
These people, they stay in Kenya and they're able to solicit students in America to be able to do their courses for them for money. Is that a genius idea or what?
That's
I mean,
what
it's
it
not
as you said, it's
legal.
no. There's a few people in Cameroon that do that too.
yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Few, but this is a thing in that place. This is a thing. When you're talking about Indians, you're talking about Kenyans at the same time. This is a thing with Kenyans. They will solicit, and they're nice. They're very customer service. They will be
understood
like, "Hey,
customer
ma'am,
service.
this." They do that. They will solicit you and hound you and hound you. I don't even know how sometimes they get your number. You'll be like, "No, I'm not interested." They will hound you, but they're not being pests. But that's what I'm saying, that those are side hustles that people find. And that's an educational thing. Cameroonians will feel like, I don't want to study book. They don't want to make it, they do biology
No
for
one
some
study
person.
books, so
No, it's because
they want scholarship.
I think to some extent we Cameroonians we like to play victim of our circumstances, right? We'll
Yes.
blame. We rather say, "Master, I don't graduate school. Nothing no they will do no. No be for
Yes.
enter in I
Yes.
go pay man. No be for do I go do thing. I don't try my own. I no fit. So then they settle. We're settlers. We're victims of our situations. We're victim of our circumstances, and we've come to accept that that's our status quo. In Cameroon, one thing that is very easy to say is that's how it happens. You know, like you start questioning a status quo, you start questioning an institution, and people are comfortable responding with "c'est comme ça que
Yeah,
ça se passe ici."
that's how we do
That's
it.
how
That's
it
how we
happens
have to
here.
do it. Yeah.
That's what
And
happens here.
they don't even want to see, okay, you know what, this is the circumstance now, but how can I fix it for myself? How can I go about it where it works for me? No,
How
they're
can I
not
use this
comfortable doing that.
obstacle to my advantage? How can I flip this obstacle to become an advantage? Like with that, you listen to a lot of business people here, and when you start listening to business podcasts, they tell you that when they were thinking of their businesses, they had to look for a problem to solve.
Yeah.
Right? Once you
I was
become
listening
a
to a very
provider of
interesting one.
solutions,
I was listening to an
you're able
interesting.
to garnish income. But yeah, I think
I was listening to an interesting one yesterday, and it was like, no, actually, she's the writer of
I know you're talking
this
about
doctor
Grey's Anatomy.
shows, Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, and she's a writer. And she
Shonda
was like,
Rhimes.
Shonda Rhimes.
yeah, Shonda, and she was like, there is no obstacle. So the way she looks to slice, like people always talk about, so she's like, there's no obstacle. Like there's no obstacle that you can't cross. Like every obstacle is something that there's always a way around an obstacle. So actually, at the end of the day, an obstacle is not actually an obstacle is not a blocker. An obstacle is not a reason for failure because there is
Actually,
always
an
a way
obstacle is a
around an
propeller.
obstacle. Yeah.
Or it's a figment
So
of your imagination.
thank you, my sister.
I've
So
heard
a lot
that
of us that live in obstacles, and that's one thing that I've realized in Cameroon is that we like to see all problems. You see people they always like that suffering. Like we were talking about the Asaba situation where she was like going, oh yeah, but it's a problem in this situation and everything. But why is there always going to be a problem in this situation? It's like if there's a problem, then you just found something amazing. You just found something that you could go ahead and figure out and solve it. Because why do we always want for everything to be solved for us? Why do we always want that there should be a solution to it? Why don't we just say, all right, this is a problem that I can take for myself and go fix it? You know? And I was watching this this comedian from France. Actually, she's like, I don't know which country. She's one of this French African country. Her name is Claudia Togbo, and one of her sketches is about one of her comedies about customer service. She's like customer service, American customer service versus French customer service, and I kind of had the feeling that this Cameroonian thing that we're complaining, that's probably where it's coming from, right? She's like customer service America. You go to America, like they available, they like ready to help. They're like, yeah, how can I help you, ma'am? Everything. And when you come to France, to a French supermarket, and you're asking for customer service, you say you ask a question, the person will be like, please, that's not my aisle. And that's the response. And then when you go, yeah, but what's your aisle? And she's like, no, but my time, my working time is really over. I have to be going home now. That kind of stuff. Like, and it just reminded me of Cameroon. I remember I was in Cameroon. I was trying to buy something in the shop, and the people were like so effing unfriendly. And I was like, how can this be? We are sitting out there and we are thinking this is a country that needs to grow. And we come back, we're so excited to take part in this economy. And you go and the people are so unfriendly. And I was like, wow.
The
Now
culture
I understand. I
The
understand.
My first
culture shock.
Culture
experience
shock in my own country.
My first experience with that was one time I went to Cameroon. I had 10,000 francs. I wanted to buy something for in the shop,
That's the best.
and the attendant in the shop was like, "On n'a pas la monnaie. Va tu viens quand tu as la monnaie. Ou tu vas chercher
And
la
she
monnaie,
sits
tu
there
viens."
right in front of you.
Imagine, can you
And
imagine?
she's
Can
sitting
you
at the cashier. She's like,
imagine
"On n'a pas la
somebody
monnaie."
somebody that is refusing money?
Well,
Can
me,
you
they told me to
imagine
Only
buy
in
that?
Cameroon.
That's the mentality of Cameroon. That amazed
Yeah.
me so much because I experienced that. I argue with a Shumenda. Me and Shumenda will kosh. Will kosh because I give 10,000 francs. He got so offended because there's a way that you can tell somebody, right? And you can tell that person that, you know what? Right now, there's really hardly any change in Cameroon anymore. Please go and look for change and come back. Something, anything like that.
But yes, that's the thing.
Hey,
Or you
I
can
went
even
to, I
upsell,
went
but you
to,
can upsell nicely, right?
nope, I went to China before I also realized this, right? In China, they will give you something for your money. It means like once they've seen that you have that money, you're not living without spending it. So if you cannot afford this bottle, we'll sell you cover beer than for leave and make you go with that money.
Yes.
Which is like, like how is it that you're a business and you've seen money, and then you
let it
send the
go.
money away because you're not able to accommodate for that money?
and the problem is that, is there a way that, like somebody can even find that solution? Like a business person can be like, you know what, let me incentivize these kids, give them small bread, give me all your change that you have or something, and change it to this big money, give me all your something, so that you know what, you can be the only person that has change in that area. There has to be some kind of a way. It cannot.
The-
Well, how can change just finish in a country? When I explain that one for me, when I feel explain them, I'm
I
not.
know. So recently, if you don't go Cameroon recently, so a few things that they take change come on from circulation. Casinos have come into play in Cameroon a lot. There's a lot of casinos that have come into play, and so that's why coins are are getting out of circulation a whole lot, because they get those coins because it's easy transaction in the casino to use coins. So that's one thing that's led to shortage of change in Cameroon. But to the fact of changing the mentality of those kids, or like changing the mentality of the workforce in Cameroon, I think it's a two-pronged solution. It's going to be a long journey, but it's one where employers need to train their staff in that customer service lane, and employers need to kind of compensate their staff appropriately. Because if I'm going to a job where I'm making 50,000, I'm paying taxi for 500 every day, and you pay me 50,000 a month, I have to figure out my rent. By the time I get to work, I have only rudeness left to give. That's the only thing that's left. There's nothing else. Because I'm burnt. That 15,000 is done. That 50,000 is just a proof to trash, don't stay home. That's what you're paying me for. You're paying me to take taxi and come and hang out with you. But you're not paying me
To
for what I'm doing.
socialize.
Right. That's what you're paying me for. But so by the time I'm getting there, I'm done. So that's one part. Compensation needs to reflect the job that we're expecting from people. And employers need to understand that if you do this is an investment towards your company, because you're building a company that is gonna last, and that's gonna have the possibility to expand because of that customer service that's lacking. The second part is training the staff. It's understanding the value of customer service. I think everybody needs to understand, because the next part is people open their businesses. They don't even care how their employees are talking to people. They're not there to monitor it. They're not there to fix things that are not going well. So that's the second prone solution. But it's a whole cultural change in Cameroon. I think the problem spans from so long ago that fixing it would take, like, you going to open your sauce business, and when you open your sauce business, you fix it in your shop. You make sure that your shop has a different experience. Me going to open my t-shirt business in Cameroon, and when I open the French kind shop, anybody that walks in there has a certain experience that they can vouch for. And when you go and open a production school, the same thing.
I think we
So
need different
I believe
models
that
of
change
success.
has to come individually. Like hopefully, like I mean, if people are listening to this, they'll be like, you know what? Let me start with that change in my shop,
In my
because
setting.
that's the same thing that we're doing, right? We were starting with the change for us, like us three were just like, you know what, let's talk about this. Let's talk about like the positives of Cameroon music. Let's try to put it out there. We're looking for a solution. We're being solution based. So we're hoping that when people see it, they'll be able to be like, you know what, okay, let me try to be solution based also and fix the problems that are in my shop. Any person that does it, it's not about firing the person, but giving that person a first warning, second warning, or training, like how Anyang is saying, but who is going to do that training? Do we have to have now like a class, an
No,
etiquette
customer
customer
service
service
training.
class?
Customer service training is not the rocket science.
Yeah,
I think
that's
it
not
comes
the
from, like, how
skill.
do you want to be treated? That's it.
Yes,
How do you want to
yes.
speak to? Randall's had a restaurant in Yaoundé, and when I go there, I'll do workshops with their employees, and then you start, like, just sit down and just have conversations about what they're doing. What after you've watched a few times, like, it's as little as somebody sits down, you go and say hi and smile. It's as little as checking in.
Yes.
Hi, how are you liking what we're doing? Like here now in the restaurant, like when the waiter comes and gives you a food, she understands what's going on. She knows at the end of the day she has to have that tip. So she's checking in on
Yes.
you. She understands her role. She's a salesperson. That's why at the end of you eating, she comes and proposes dessert. Because the bigger you spend, the bigger her tip.
Yeah.
That's my incentive. So that's the thing. That's what's happening there. If your check is big, my tip is gonna end up being big. So they're
Ten
checking
percent
in,
of
they're
big
smiling.
is bigger than 10% of small.
Right.
So how do we
They're,
get
they're
there?
checking in. How's it? Would you like anything else? Can I bring something else? Did you like the drink? Do you want another drink? Because if you buy that second drink, that is going up. Now this is our dessert menu. They understand the menu to the T. Why? Because if they understand that if they sell you an apple pie for $7 or they sell you a cheesecake for $13, is the difference that it makes in the check. So they're not going to push the apple pie that's $7 first. When you ask them, what do you like on this menu? I, as a waiter, should understand that what I like in the menu is what is most
It's most
expensive.
expensive.
Yes, because if I get you to put that thing onto your check, it gets me a bigger tip. I'm a salesman. That's the mentality that you break. So then, if I have a restaurant in Cameroon, I have to find a way to incentivize my waiters to understand that system to the fullest, to understand what is going on here. This is a transaction. This person is not only coming to eat here, it's coming so that you should also benefit from them being there. So you smile. So you do this. So you do that. Because even if a tipping system is not coming in Cameroon, that customer coming back a second time is the value that you're trying to benefit from. It doesn't necessarily have to be a tip. It could be a return customer. When Randas had his restaurant, there's clients that used to go there because they had made it a point. They knew them by name. When they came, they sat them somewhere, and they came and they said, "Oh, are you taking hookah today?" So immediately they felt a certain way. They feel at home, and it's easier for them to spend. The more you spend at the end of the month, they tally the profit. They do incentives for their employees. So then
Yeah.
you're understanding the dynamic and you're understanding how to change it for your organization. It's not rocket science. You don't have to go to Dubai to learn this. It's
No,
just
I'm not saying go to Dubai, but I'm saying
I'm
that,
sorry.
right? Like maybe there can be like, I mean, that's another problem to solve, right? That's a problem in Cameroon. Maybe you can offer that. That can be a thing too, that somebody can be like, you know what, these are my services that I offer to your employees. How about I train your
That is
employees for
true.
this fee? Yeah, that's another problem, because if
So
that's a
do we
problem, because
just
that's an
did we just spin up a new
we've
company
just
right now?
exactly. We just brought up a new company, ma'am. This is how you dress. This is how you this is how you talk to people, and you don't flirt with people's husbands. You don't try to flirt. you don't to get it. So those are some of the things that maybe we'll solve the problem right now, because if it's an ongoing issue, how about we create something and then people will start looking at it like, maybe that's why my business, because if people don't even hear that it's a problem because it's such a culture already. My auntie goes to the market, right? You go with her, like I was just like, she'll go, they'll argue about the price or debate, and then they'll insult each other, and then all of a sudden, Mama bien or Mama bien, like you will just change. You'll be like, what just happened?
Bipolar.
No. That's
Bipolar,
the
the
beauty. That's
bipolar.
haggling. That's haggling. That happens in every open market in the world. That
No.
one, that's an institution that you probably
That
die before
lie.
you try to
But
change
I'm
it.
telling you that even for boss, when they want to take it back, bring my back for down here. This is where Mama, where we beg no, where Mama, now so they start begging. It caution them. And they like, but it's such a culture that they don't even know that it's a problem. They don't even realize it's a problem. So if people now were like, some company was out there and saying that, hey, this, over and over, one or two or three or four people will start being like, you know what, maybe this is why my business is not doing so well. And they might hire
Exactly.
that company. Like even my
Exactly.
auntie throwing bottle outside, she didn't realize it was a problem. My dad had to grab a plastic bottle from her. They were fighting over a plastic bottle.
What setting was this? Was this in Cameroon?
Okay, we're driving,
Was it
right?
from the boss?
She
Okay.
takes a tangy bottle and she tries to throw it outside the window. My dad
No, like that's happened to me. I've gone to Cameroon and I had trash. I walked with it till I got home.
Yes.
The person that I was working with was like, guys, jets are not. It bothered me so much to let it go. And I saw similar trash on the floor, but I couldn't let mine
in
join
You are
it.
literally walking along trash in Yaoundé. Anyways,
I'm
that's not a
telling
picture
you
I want
now.
to paint, but there was some
Exactly.
stunning pictures that I saw when I was out there at some point. I
Yaoundé
was
is trash city.
Yeah, it
Trash
was
city
so
for sure.
saddening. Yeah.
Yaoundé is trash
But
city.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's also trash in India, so we're not exceptional.
We cannot compare with India. India is worse. There's trash in India. There's trash in their food. Oh, have you seen Indian street food? Please. I
That's
don't
the
go
one
feed.
place that if I go to India, I'm losing 20 pounds because I don't know that I'm gonna eat. I don't know if they're doing it intentionally to market their street food that way. I don't know if they're just doing it so that we should watch it because it's so appealing to watch and be disgusted
And be
by what you're
disgusted.
watching.
I think some of
Okay,
this, but
I
no, it's
haven't
not. It's
I
not.
haven't
It
been down
cannot
that
be.
TikTok reel.
No,
I
but
haven't
it
seen any of
cannot
those.
be. It cannot be because, right? If you see the people doing it, they've been such experts. You cannot be an expert at just dirty. I mean, like, which is unintentional.
Okay, that sounds
Because
scary.
this is your day-to-day routine. It's not something that you just crafted during the TikTok era. No, it looks like something that you've been doing for years. That dirty process of
I'm telling you
doing
that
this
What are you
and
guys
somebody will be
talking
serving
about?
rice and stuff. They'll use their hands like that, take the take sauce, mix our rice, mix, put it inside
sometimes you
plate.
see the person scratch their butt
Oh
first.
wow!
No,
So
then
the scratching butt part
I
I've not seen.
I
But
No,
typed
I'm
it on
saying
YouTube.
when
I
they'll
typed
do
it on
it first,
YouTube, and
right?
the
They'll
first
do
thing that
this, and then
comes
all
up.
of a sudden you want to sin, and then they'll go and order, and then they'll. Why?
and then they touch everything. It's just like, oh,
I typed it on YouTube, and the first thing that comes up is Indian street food dirty.
and it's not like
Of
it's
course.
hot food there. It's not like they do like this and then they put it back inside fire to cook it. This is them serving you.
Say at
And
them,
people are lining up for that.
Of
I don't even know
course.
if I want to share the screen for
Because
this.
if
But
you don't have a little bit of DNA inside that food, it does not taste good. You don't have a look at.
The same hand that he used and touched money.
that thing has not been cooked though.
And that's what
Look,
you see what I'm
look.
saying?
I feel like they're doing it because they know they know how angry I am. That he's doing it because he's trying to piss me off. It's me he's trying to piss off.
No, but look at that rinsing of the hands. Do you think that it just happened just to piss us off? Like that has been experienced. That's been muscle memory is there. Look at that.
Wow.
He just touched his feet.
touch his feet. Yes, of course. And that thing, he'll use it to wipe his face. See ya. Hey, God.
That's the hygiene.
Okay, we'll leave and so.
Okay, that's it.
Let's wrap up our show.
We're going to take those parts out. Anyways, all right. So let's just make a conclusion.
Anyang has not recovered.
No, I'm done for the next week.
So I guess the message here is be careful what you eat outside. But
Exactly.
it's been
Be
a nice
careful
show
what you eat
today.
in India.
Yeah. It's been a nice show today. We were talking a lot about Cameroonian artists as usual. We have looked into some interesting music, but I think one of the topics of today is Mbole. Unplanned, we actually talked about Mbole, and we've really examined Mbole. I don't know if we're going to come back to this topic some other time, but Mbole is definitely one interesting topic that we have touched on today. And I am also tempting to bet that is one of the sounds that's going to represent Cameroon in the next few years. I don't think that it's one that's going to last forever though, but I think it's it's a sound that's going to stick in Cameroon for a minute. Looking at things that guys like Bad Nova have done and all those other kids that you guys showed me today, I think Bola is definitely one of those sounds that could represent Cameroon for the next years.
Maybe we can, if the only way we can revisit this, and I know we're wrapping up, the only way we can revisit this is going back to Cameroon and talking about some of this unpopular on international sounds, some niche sounds that are around Cameroon, Bole being one of them. There's that one that's the sound from Bamoun. There's that new
Bamoun,
sound
yes,
from
yes.
Huh? How do you call it? What's that sound?
Is Bamoun music?
Yeah, I don't remember what the name is, but there's that sound from Bamoun, and there's some niche sounds in Cameroon that are really locally recognized and gonna either break through or get suppressed or change or die, to for lack of better words, in the next years. But this was a good exchange, and I'm glad we got to talk about Mbole. We got to talk about Akumba music and the artists over there, and we just got to talk about the labor force in Cameroon.
But the thing is, like, to me, I beg to, if they don't do anything with it, right? That would be my own point. I feel like it has a lot of potential, but if they don't do anything with it, if they're not intentional about pushing it, then it's going to die a
You're talking
natural
about
death.
Mbole music, yeah?
The Mbole music is going to die, or the Bamoun sound, because for a while there, the Bamoun sound really, really had like a lot of traction. It actually has a lot more traction than Mbole, because like you see the influence of the Bamoun dance in every song in Cameroon.
In Cameroon, yes.
I even watched a tutorial last time where a guy was teaching actually the steps to it. It's pretty complex,
Yeah.
so I don't think I can learn it in one tutorial.
I will learn it one day in my dreams.
Me too. Me
But,
too. I was dancing in a party.
one day the party in Summer's wedding. Summer's wedding, we'll dance
Summer's
it.
wedding.
Let's practice it for that. So that'll be the goal. But to me, I feel like if it's not an intentional act, it will not go anywhere. And I feel like it just has to be a movement that the kids in Cameroon, the people, not even the kids, the adults in Cameroon everybody in Cameroon has to buy into it and be like, you know what, this is a song that we really, really enjoy. Because like I said before, when you feel music and you enjoy it, it becomes infectious to the next person. And that's the message that we always try to convey. Enjoy your music so much that it infects the other person and the person is curious to know more about it. And I feel like that's a way to go about that.
Yeah.
Thank you. On that note, we're going to say thank you guys for joining us today and see you on the next one.